got this aircraft paint remover, which ironically enough, it says do not use on aircraft. You can't see it. Just take my word for it. You can actually see it bubbling up already. I'm not feeling good today, and I don't really feel like working on anything mechanically, so figured I'd come down to the garage and peel away some shittily applied Plastidip and a really bad paint job. A lot of the stuff that has been touched by the sun isn't going to want to peel off, so I'm just going to strip it all. What I'm going to do first is just clean it so it'll be less for the stripper to try to break down. Just going to clean it off with some Windex. Hopefully that doesn't have some sort of weird chemical reaction with the stripper and kill me. I've been threatened to be killed by strippers before, but that's not something I want to talk about on here. I'm waiting for my Gibbs lubricant to come in so I can protect the metal, but I figure I'll be alright for a day or two. What we're gonna do today is just scratch this up. I have some 180 grit, take it to the whole car. This is how you get Plastidip off, right? You're gonna sand it off. I've been scratching my paint. Oh no. Since we had a little bit of dust to everything, let's re-clean it. This is my prep spray. It's Blue Island Pucker. Remember that stuff? If you were a teenager in the 90s or early 2000s, you probably stole it from your hoochie ass parents. God damn it, I'm coughing in it. They haven't even started with this. So, you want to wear gloves, and you should probably wear a mask, like a respirator. I did buy a brush, and we're gonna like brush it on. I'm gonna shake this stuff too, because I don't know if it like needs to mix or whatever. God, the stuff does stink. Seems like the stuff is still setting up and doing its magic. Dip does seem to protect it a bit. You can see the spot that only has primer is really bubbling up, so I think that's gonna go great. Left it on a couple more minutes and the primer spots are like flaking up. It's pretty cool. The dip spots seem to be raising a little bit more too now, finally. I think that's actually down to bare metal. I was gonna buy this flapper disc thing from Eastwood, but I figured that would create a bunch of dust, and I really don't want it to be any dustier in here than it already is. See how well this comes off. Now you want to dispose of your old paint properly. You ever see Brady working?
Oh, I know it's a sight, isn't it?
This is, people aren't going to believe it. It's going to be like that Sasquatch film.
It's like what?
It's like that Sasquatch film from the 70s.
It's a grainy video of Brady Miskowitz working.
Dude, God, what the fuck did happen to the roof?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother scene going on there.
I'm going to do something that I should have did before, which is respray all the dip stuff with more dip so it actually peels off, because I think the dip is eating up a lot of my paint remover. And paint remover is like $10 a quart. I could buy a gallon for like 40 bucks. So it took me a lot just to do the trunk, because I think between the cold and the dip eating up a lot of the stripper, I think I was wasting it. So I'm gonna take the headlights out, the taillights out, leave the trim on, and re-dip all the trim, the mirrors, pull the windshield wipers. These are really loose anyway, so I think the previous owner might have not tightened something up. Should have did this before, but I'm hard-headed. Whatever. Yeah, it comes off pretty easy too. Put that in there for safekeeping. I don't know what to do with this. Got him! All this dip over there's a couple gallons of random mixes, and we're going to spray it on top of the roof and all this trim, all this rubber, and all this stuff, because it's really thin and it's not going to come off with that rubber at all. We did peel the sides a little bit. I was going to tape that off again, but whatever. If I got to waste an extra gallon, I really don't care. I got enough. And like the hood's not going to peel, so I need to get all this off. This is one of the gallons. Labeled Dark Mega Mix. Kind of hard to read it, but it's old. It's been sitting around. This was kind of like the maroonish kind of gray, and like a hint of red and brown to it. Interesting color, but I had a bunch left over when I sprayed a 2011 Mustang with it.
Oh, look. Am I handsome? Am I handsome?
much hazardous material. We'll shove that in a corner. Got some suds on the car, and I just need to pray that the rain picks up. Come on, Jesus. Do me a solid. I'm trying to wash all the chemicals off. The rain's picking up. It's good timing. It was literally a minute ago I was saying, please, Jesus, do me a solid. And now look. Rain. More Harbor Freight goodness. Smells like Harbor Freight.